Ryan, you're not allowed to summon anybody until you fight the boss once.
What if it's a cool summon? What if it's Solaire? What if he's finally come back for me?
Go fight the boss, Ryan.
I don't want to live anymore. Push me off the ledge. Oh.
Looks like somebody shit out a Brillo pad. He doesn't have like a lot of interactivity. Like the boss doesn't really do anything if you hit him. He just goes away and then, you know, does more attacks. It doesn't feel good to actually damage him. And then his moveset is just nothing but like the bitch moves. Like the Smo butt stomp from Dark Souls 1 essentially, where like, oh, I just got done doing the AoE attack where all you can do is stand 30 feet away from me and do nothing until I'm, you know, done doing it. I'm gonna do it again. You know, he does it like 3 times in a row and it's just not fun. Like, I don't want to watch the boss. Like, if moves that you can't do anything are boring. I hate them. Like, if all it does is buy the boss time, whatever. Especially if the boss is just an uninteresting turd sack. You know, it's not even fun to look at. This was the intern made boss. Or like the take your son to work day boss, you know. He drew this with crayon and like, look, Daddy, I made a boss. Didn't enjoy this fight. 0 out of 10. Oh, who's that?
Time for you to see the truth.
The moon is the baby.
Nope. Nope. Now you can see this world for what it truly is.
Oh, it's actually a tentacle hentai world. We in Chunktown, boys.
Look at that, Ryan. Look at that.
Oh, did Rom's modeler work on that part? Oh, I hear somebody having trouble breathing over there.
We started talking about what's going on in this world, and I don't really know. Ryan, do you get it?
No. Every time that you progress the story, they're like, all right, but everything before this was a dream, or you couldn't see something, or it wasn't quite right.
Yeah, we don't know what the fuck is going on. Go watch Vati.
This is not a good time, Chris.
How would you summarize your experiences in this episode?
You know, with the ominous old wise man and stuff kind of pointing me towards this, like, you know, leap of faith off a cliff, and, you know, like the world beyond the world that it sends you to, and it really sets up for this ominous, you know, revelation about, you know, the story. But you know, that shitty boss fight really ruined it for me. And frankly, the revelation was, you know, without any dialogue or anything, it was a little bit cryptic, and I don't know. I mean, I guess the real setup was the reveal that, you know, the whole world has been under this illusion spell, right? But I don't know, man. That boss really sucked.
Oh yeah, we started this one with an improv sentence. Ready, Ryan?
Yeah.
Who
is
that? Yep. Alright, we'll do one more. Ryan
likes
to
perform
fondling.
I don't like this anymore.
Oh, James Neutron. Gotta seek the pale blood. Fight the nightmare, Jeremy! You gotta dodge the lasers, Jeremy! Dodge the lasers! Ah!
Around here I asked Ryan which game series seems more clear or vague, Dark Souls or Bloodborne, about the lore and the world and the story.
Yeah, I think, like, at the end of the day, Bloodborne will probably be the easier one to understand. I mean, not only did they have to, like, you know, compact the story into a single game, and you know, they don't have a problem with Dark Souls 3 and all of the extra characters that didn't exist until the very last chapter. You know, get shoehorned in and try to make story sense out of that crap. But, you know, Bloodborne in general just seems like it, you know, the way it puts everything out, it kind of has to, like, show you more of the story just from playing. So I'm sure after item descriptions and everything, you know, you'll have a much clearer idea of the general storyline and that kind of thing. Finally, something that might unlock all of my potential.
The introduction of this area is interesting because the veil that Rom cast on all of Yharnam is gone, and the enemies are all red and blood vessel-y, and they come back to life, or they're raised back to life. I don't know. It's just interesting. It's not clear. it's also not fun.
Yeah, a lot of these enemies were pretty tough. Although I think it's just because, I don't know, this game has like stretches where like parrying definitely feels optimal, but then like you'll have areas where it definitely is not the way to go. You should not try. You know, it's way easier to just dispatch people by being aggressive with your weapon.
Okay.
Or you know, you just use the pistol to get a stun in, right, for a cheap hit. You know, then you come back to an area like this where it actually matters, and you're just, you know, your timing is way off, and you can't do it like you could before.
Oh, so Brooklyn or London.
Your child's called India.
Yes, but you know, that's because it's not related to a location. That's because it's related.
Doesn't this look familiar?
It's Bagman Village. She's probably at the end over here.
She's not over here.
I think I heard the bell.
Is she a tree? Is she a tree? Is that her?
Oh, she's over here the whole time.
All right, that's the tiny Tonitrus.
Man, that's better than the regular Tonitrus.
That Beast Boy? That Beast Boy?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Chris,
Oh.
I think it's happening.
Oh. Halberd-like weapons never felt cool to wield in Dark Souls games. You just thump them around, they just bang on the ground.
They were pretty good in Dark Souls 3. They got close to having it right.
I want them to feel cool to wield. It's a video game. I don't need realism in a video game.
Yeah, there was actually a glitch with the hitbox for the Dark Souls 1 halberd where you could do a bunch of extra damage.
I did not.
Yeah, it's apparently you Oh, that's a good drop.
I have no idea what the implications or theories are for these things. Shortcut.
What the fuck is that? What is this? Why is this?
I think they're supposed to be like skull plants because they're in like a plant box with like soil and shit. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, they had great taste in sculptures, but they have horrible taste in horticulture, as it were.
My skulls are coming in lovely. Could you invite young Billy to come down and learn about gardening?
And we told you you should take up gardening. This is not what we had in mind.
This is necromancy. That's different.
Your screams make my flowers bloom. Screams of horror make them grow faster.
Nope. It's not okay. You're not invited to the commemorative picnic.
Wait until the homeowners association finds out about this.
And I told you about the Iron Boy movie I was making up. I don't think I can really do anything with that.
Those things are so bizarre.
Okay, let's go watch Infinity War. All right. I forgot. Ryan, how would you summarize this episode?
This is probably like one of the best cases of backtracking that I've seen in a Souls-like game because they actually designed this so that when you come back here, it's different. And it's not like just a couple extra enemies or like the enemies have different behavior or something. I mean, it's completely different, almost unrecognizable. And I mean, they do add some areas that you couldn't get to before. At least I think so. I mean, maybe you came
from an area you couldn't get to before. That's how they changed the perspective.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of going over the same places again and again in Souls games, even if it's a fairly linear experience like Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3. You know, most of the time, if you do like New Game Plus or something, there's nothing new for you. You know, they have nothing to offer you except maybe some improved rings or something like that. This is a good example of, you know, if you're going to make somebody come back to an area, make it its own experience. You know, don't just use the fact that you're putting the person through the same place that you already made, you know, to save resources. You know, it just feels cheap. You know, I don't feel cheated out coming back here.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the game. Let's go watch Infinity War.